Yo, 59 Gaming, what's going on? It is your boy ZVG here, and today I am joined by none other than Azdeek and the homie Swift. Say what's up. Also, Azdeek is the homie too, but yeah, what's up, guys?
What's going on, guys?
And today we're gonna be talking about Zenkais in Dragon Ball Legends. You know, a very well-known topic in the community. But specifically, we're gonna be talking about are Zenkais mid now? Basically, meaning are Zenkais, you know, not the best of the best anymore, and are we seeing the tides change with the 1% units and lifts being better than Zenkai's post anniversary, of course. Make sure you guys do subscribe to 59 Gaming for everything gaming content wise. And yeah, but what do you guys think of all the Zenkais that we've gotten post anniversary? Blue Gogeta, Trails, GT Goku, Kamikalo, Goten, Gohan. What do you guys think of all of them?
They all have been more on the balanced side compared to, you know, the previous Zenkais before anniversary. I do think that Kamikalo and Gogeta are probably the, like, if you had to compare them to all, like, if you had to compare all the Zenkais that have came out since anniversary, I would say Gogeta and Kamikalo are probably the better ones. Obviously not talking about Goten Zenkai because that's an LF Zenkai, but just the regular Zenkais, I would say Kamikalo and Gogeta are probably the better ones, but overall they've more been on the balance side for sure.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is that there has not been a Zenkai that's really like stood out as, you know, like a must-have Zenkai. You know, like when Super Saiyan 3 got his Zenkai, people were going crazy. When Android 18 got her Zenkai, like people were going crazy. Not saying that we need more Zenkais like that, but it just goes to show how watered down they are right now, right? Compared to that, right? Because people would literally be saving CC for their return, whereas these guys, I don't know, like I have no interest in really Zenkaiing them when they even come back. Like I might just do the dailies on them and stuff like that, but they just kind of came and they went at the same time.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I feel like Zenkai's post anniversary have just been I feel like they're starting to now balance Zenkai's, as we've mentioned, and I feel like they're starting to phase out Zenkai's as well, because if you guys don't know, the new leader skill thing that's coming out to the game pretty soon, the Zenkai's won't get, you know, the Z ability and stuff from the leaders. So obviously they're trying to phase away Zenkai's and promote, you know, unused 1% and LF units in the correct measure, which I think is a good idea. I think that this is how Zenkai should be, an option to run, not a necessity like Super Saiyan 3 Goku 18 FSK back in the day, right? Yep. So I'm all for this. And even Goten, okay, we all thought Goten would be obscenely broken and everything, but to be honest, his kit he got a minimal upgrade, if I do say so myself. He got a minimal upgrade. His entire third unique ability is basically minus to his special move arts card, and he can't even draw one, so it's kind of useless in the grand scheme of things. So they really know how to tone down the Zenkais. But even then, Goten's real trait is his support utilities, and the best equips in the game, along with some of the best support in the game from FSK. But his kit on paper is not that crazy, similarly to the new Gohan Zenkai, right? He's a good option for hybrids, but he's not like, you know, a must-have, you know, because Trunks exists and everything. So I really appreciate them toning down Zenkais. They obviously are proven to know how to tone down Zenkais, so this is gonna be a great look for the future. What do you guys think of the future of Zenkais moving forward?
Well, first, I wanted to quickly say I agree with you. I'm really glad that, especially this blue Gohan right here, I'm glad that they made him more on the balance side, because when they first announced, okay, so like we got the news of Goten and then we got the news of this blue Gohan, and it was a little bit like nerve-wracking. It's like, okay, Hybrids is already crazy good right now. Like, do we really need this? But, you know, the fact that especially this blue Gohan is more on the balance side, like he could be a good option for Hybrids. He could be a good option for Super Saiyans, but he's not like, you know, almost like you said, he's not a necessity. So I agree with you. I'm super glad that they kind of toned down these, especially these recent hybrid Zenkais. I still think Goten is extremely good, but then, you know, that brings up the argument, like, you know, are you better off running Goten or Revival Gohan? Or, you know, you're forced to run double purple, which couldn't always, you know, it's not always viable. So I definitely am super glad. And you brought up a good point about the leader skill. That's probably why they're doing this type stuff, is because they know that they're about to drop the leader skill. You know, it's about to change the meta. Plus, we got upcoming Ultra units, possible summonable Ultra units. So I mean, we don't know what the meta is going to look like 6 months from now. So they could definitely be, shaping up for something to come in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I want them to, and like I said, I agree too with both of you guys in that aspect that they should be getting phased out. And you're going to keep noticing that because I remember when they first introduced dailies to the Zenkai system, I was actually really excited for that because I was like, they're slowly like making this easily accessible, right? You can go ahead and when a banner comes back, you could easily get into Zenkai, one Zenkai level at the very least. And now with the last couple of Zenkais that we had with Kamikolo, with Turles, and then I think even with this Gohan, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can get him to Zenkai 2 for completely just from missions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another good point. Is some of these recent Zenkais have been discounted, even like Piccolo or like Kamikolo and the Blue Gohan. You could basically get like one to two Zenkai tiers for free, and then if you get the missions, you get just get a little bit extra Z power and stuff like that. But yeah, some of these recent Zenkais have been discounted, which is something to point out.
And then more coming into the USTR shop as well. So I can see them in the very, very far future that Zenkais might, ultimately this might be a controversial take. I don't know, but I feel like they're going to be free in the future, like just completely free. I definitely do think they agree with majority of the community that Zenkais were a mistake, right? You have everyone telling them that Zenkais are a mistake, the content creators, the community itself is just, and so I finally feel like they're trying to stray away from that.
2 points I want to bring up is the fact that Zenkai should have been free from the start. And I agree that, it's a good thing that they're giving us Zenkai 2 for free, but let's not mistake ourselves here. Zenkai should have still been free from the beginning. And another thing to point out is, I'm pretty sure that we've known now that it doesn't matter what the community says. Because the community also said that, hybrids didn't need any more buffs, and they just got a buff within your Goten. I mean, Goten is a buff. He fully replaces the previous purple Zenkai bench for Revival Gohan, which was the purple Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So now you actually have Goten on the bench that can be brought into battle to do some insane work along with FSK, right? So
yeah,
they did give hybrid buffs, so we can't expect anything from these devs. I mean, they could just bring out a broken Zenkai for the next one. Who knows, man? These devs are very inconsistent, but since the anniversary, they've kept the consistency of making these Zenkais options and not necessities, which I feel like is very healthy for the game. Because like 2-3 months ago, right, Zenkais were like on the tier list. Zenkais were like top 15, all Zenkais, with the exclusion of Goku Black, Red Cell, and Purple DKP because they're transforming units, right? So
yeah,
I like the direction where they go with Zenkais, free Zenkai 2, 5kcc for them, also giving out some Z power and everything. That's pretty good, and I'm excited to see them continue this trend and make it so that 1% units and LFs are like the cream of the crop in the game, right? And if you don't get them, you have to have a Zenkai option on the side. So yeah, the Zenkais have been mid, but I feel like that's a good thing. And I feel like we as a community should acknowledge that they're actually trying to balance some of these Zenkais, because we've had units come out that we didn't want to get a Zenkai, right? But when they came out with their Zenkai, they were actually balanced, like Pepper Broly, the Blue Gogeta, Goten, Gohan. So I feel like they've proven themselves, but it's just on them to keep this level of consistency, which I don't see them doing, but a man can hope and dream.
Yeah, that's basically all we got right here, right? Because that's what I thought how Frieza was going to be. I thought Frieza was going to be on the same level as Revival Gohan, but even at 6 stars, he's like comparable to a 3-star Gohan. And I would still say the 3-star is better.
Oh my god, I can't speak. Revival Gohan is a transforming unit, so that also plays a big part, because transforming units obviously have the stats to compete with Zenkais, while 1% units don't really have the stats, which I feel like is a big criticism of the game right now. I feel like 1% units should get a little bit of a stat increase, because right now the stats are just so far apart between transforming units, 1% units, and Zenkais. It's clear that Zenkais and transforming units have the highest advantage. I feel like 1% and LFs need to start getting a little bit of a stat increase, personally.
I agree.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think of the recent Zenkai's post anniversary. Kamikolo, Gogeta, GT Kid Goku, Goten, Gohan, Turles. Let us know which one you guys think is the best and which one is the worst. For me, I definitely think that either this guy or the Blue Gogeta are definitely the worst for me personally. I feel like they really did nothing to these two units. And the best is probably Goten, of course. I mean,
He's the
That's kind of
LF.
obvious.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's kind of obvious. But non-LF, I'd say probably Kamikula. Honestly, I feel like he's really a sleeper right now. Honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. For me,
But
the
yeah.
worst one is GT Kid Goku as well. I regret spending on him so much. You guys don't even know. Oh man.
Swift, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think I agree. Kamikula is probably the best one if you're not considering Goten being an LF unit. But I mean, I still think that Blue Gogeta, if he's on the right team, he can be a pretty big menace. Like with the lock-in blue card, I've had times where like that single fact that blue card locks you in, it can change the game. So I do think he is more on the balance side. You're right. Like they didn't really add too much to his kit. But I mean, overall, he can be a tough thing to deal with at certain points in the game. But yeah, I don't know. You guys were kind of mentioning that Zenkais should have been free from the beginning, and I agree with that. I also think they should have been balanced from the beginning. I think look at these Zenkais recently that have came out, and they're more on the balance side. Imagine like Zenkais from the very beginning were on the balance side. Like obviously they probably wouldn't have cost 20,000, but like, just imagine they cost 7K sometimes with these discounted prices, and they've been balanced, since they came out. It would have made for a much more playable meta. I'm pretty sure, everybody would have been way happier with like the idea of Zenkais. But I don't know. If you're asking me which one I think since Anniversary is the best, probably Kamikolo, and then probably between the Blue Gohan and Gogeta for second and third place. But I definitely don't think Turles is too much of a threat. Obviously, Goten is really good, but he's just an LF, so like I don't even like. I just think he's on a different league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm happy with it. Like you brought up a really good point, ZVG. Like we need to be, seeing that they're balancing these Zenkais, and that should be good for PvP in my opinion. Like you don't want an OP Zenkai. We definitely need some balance.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're saying that Goten and Gohan are balanced, but let's be real, they're balanced in the context of the old Zenkais, right? But in terms of that PvP, they're still heads and shoulders above like 90% of the units in PvP. Let's not get mistaken out here, but
Oh yeah. If you're running them alongside FSK Gohan, they'll devastate anything. Especially, I mean, that Blue Gohan is like super tanky. So you run him along FSK Gohan and like Revival Gohan, or even the future Gohan as a yellow option. I mean, you have a pretty formidable team there. So
yeah, but with that said, guys, I mean, we've pretty much given our thoughts on the recent Zenkais, and we hope that you guys do the same in the comments. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. And I say ZVG, joined by Azdeek and Swift, and we'll catch you guys in the next 5-9 Gaming Dragon Ball in this video. Peace out, guys.
peace.
Later.